noticing that when I experience something so pleasurable or a feeling that's so alive and so beautiful, right? I want that thing to then happen again. Whatever it might be, like it could be something as simple as eating ice cream and then you are like, wow, that tastes amazing. Or it could be like being entertained through a movie or something on the phone, or you maybe like doing something with friends that feels like super entertaining. Like something stimulating that's stimulating my mind to feel positive emotions like dopamine releases. And I've noticed that I try to start seeking that feeling again. And then it becomes this loop where when I am not feeling those feelings, whatever they might be, and they're lacking, then I feel like this moment is not as, I would say, it's not like what I wanted. So now I'm seeking for this thing to happen again. But the only thing is I'm always left again just seeking once again. There's this constant loop of like, why am I always feeling like it's never enough? Like the ice cream is never enough. I always want to see another movie. I always want to spend more time with whoever I was spending time with, or I always want to skateboard for longer, whatever it might be. There's just some kind of thing that feels like no matter how much I do it, it just leaves me exactly where I was at before. I just want to be here now. I want to be here now without having to seek some kind of stimulation. And I'm always looking for the next moment where my brain is releasing some kind of dopamine or pleasure sensation. But the only problem is that I'm left with just trying to seek again. Like it's so shallow and empty once it's over. This loop I noticed is there's something rooted in fear or emptiness. There's something rooted in selfishness, self-centeredness. So I was noticing that there is something going on here that's disconnected. When I demand something from life, then I'm saying, life, I am not enough. I need more. When I stop demanding from life, then I don't need it anymore. There's something that's afraid to be with life as it actually is. I'm seeing that there's difference in being now in this moment, trying to consume life versus trying to commune with it, like just join life with where it's actually at. And to stop demanding for life to be different now. Because once I do that, there's something that shifts. Meaning doesn't come from adding more experiences or my expectations being fulfilled. Meaning isn't manufactured through some kind of effort or achieving something that I want. It's something that reveals itself when seeking stops. It doesn't stimulate, it doesn't leave me wanting more. I feel complete when it's happening. I feel complete in this moment. Seeking assumes there's something lacking here. And when I just receive life as it is, then I assume that there's abundance. I don't need to expect anything from life, and through not expecting anything, I can see what is here now. I can see that there is my breath. My heart is beating without even me trying. These plants are providing oxygen into my lungs, and this whole life I am a part of. Life is giving without asking anything in return. Gratitude becomes a natural response, not because what I wanted is mine, but because what I could have never imagined is right here. I'm no longer overlooking life. I'm not here to extract pleasure from life. There's no need to seek meaning when I'm present. There is the meaning. I'm endlessly giving because life itself is already endlessly giving. It's not that pleasure is like a bad thing. It's just that it no longer carries the burden of trying to fulfill my life. Like, it becomes much more lighter and playful. I no longer define life by those expectations or whatever it is that I might be seeking in life. Like, those are just beautiful when they're there, and when they're not, it is still beautiful. Those things are just like cherries on top. Seeking can hide in like really subtle places, like the hopes and ideas, the ways you would like life to unfold. Like, I would like life to happen in this way, and the mind is always projecting forward, measuring the past to the present, and if this imagined life that I would like to happen is happening, and it creates this dissatisfaction with where I am now. Desire itself isn't an enemy. What creates suffering is when the thought that life must satisfy this desire in this moment, in order for this moment to be okay, is the expectation that turns love into tension. It turns like life into a disappointment. It turns this present moment, a resistance, into this present moment. When I expect life to be a certain way, I stop meeting it as it is. I stop listening. I stop seeing what's here. Gratitude doesn't come when I'm receiving what I want. When I stop insisting that this moment be different, more aligned with my imagination, gratitude is what naturally arises when I receive what is as it is. I'm seeing that beauty doesn't disappear when something dies. Beauty is in dying itself. The falling away of desire, the dissolving of an expectation, the grieving of someone I once loved. When I'm present, even loss has meaning. Even pain can be met without fear. This way of living doesn't depend on outcomes. It doesn't require cooperation with what I think. I meet life with wonder instead of resistance. Nothing needs to be added or taken away for this moment to be complete. This is where I find meaning. When I live this way, gratitude stops being something I do 15 minutes in the morning and becomes what I am. Death is beautiful. Everything is meant to be. Currently, I am aware of the quiet deaths happening within me as my old ways of seeking fall away. Nothing is missing. Everything is meant to be.